What's up, guys? Today we are going to get into a little bit of science. I know most of you who are in the beauty industry got into this because you like the hands-on, right? But I think a lot of what we're missing, and a lot of you are struggling with some of the theory. So today, to make it a little bit more exciting, we're gonna add some cheese factor, okay? That'll hopefully hold your interest and hopefully help you remember some of these things that otherwise seem pretty dry. So, let's get going.
Chemistry is the science that deals with the composition, structures, and properties of matter and how matter changes under different conditions. The bond between carbon and hydrogen makes something organic. It does not mean something is healthy or natural or anything like that, but actually organic just means it has carbon. So then, inorganic means that it does not have carbon. Matter is anything that takes up space and has weight. All matter is made up of some kind of chemical. Chemical does not mean something bad or dangerous, and matter can be in a state of solid, liquid, or gas. Everything is either matter or energy. Elements are the most basic form of matter, and there are 118 known elements today. The smallest part within each element is called an atom. Atoms are composed of electrons, protons, and neutrons. A chemical combination of two or more atoms is a molecule. And a compound molecule is a combination of two or more atoms of different elements in fixed proportions. Matter can be changed in two different ways: physical forces or chemical reactions. For example, when ice melts, that's only a physical change in water. But when hair color oxidizes, oxygen is being added into it, chemically changing that substance. Oxidation happens when oxygen is added. Reduction happens when oxygen is taken away, but it can happen both at the same time. This is called redox. Everything from hair color to hair lighteners to permanent wave solutions to thioglycolic acid neutralizers, those are all redox reactions. Certain chemical reactions will release a lot of heat. These are called exothermic reactions. Most nail enhancements are exothermic. Additionally, some reactions cause heat and light. This is due to rapid oxidation. There cannot be fire without oxygen, and this is called combustion. A solution is a stable physical mixture of two or more substances. The solute is the substance that is being dissolved. The solvent is the substance doing the dissolving. So in salt water, it would be solute, salt, solvent, water. Liquids can either be miscible, meaning mixable, or immiscible, meaning not able to easily mix, like some salad dressings. A suspension happens when two things don't fully mix, like glitter and nail polish. An emulsion is a relatively unstable mixture of two immiscible substances bound together by an emulsifier. Emulsions can either be water in oil or oil in water. Surfactants found in soap are another type of emulsion. It has a hydrophilic head, which can dissolve water, and a lipophilic tail, which can dissolve oil or fat. Take a look at Table 12.3 in your textbook to look at different characteristics and examples of solutions, suspensions, and emulsions. Other common chemical products are volatile alcohols and fatty alcohols, alkanolamines, which raise the pH or neutralize. Ammonia smells really pungent and is composed of hydrogen and nitrogen. It's in a lot of hair products to raise the pH. Glycerin, which can be used as a solvent or a moisturizer. Silicone is a water-resistant lubricant used in a lot of hair products. VOCs contain carbon, and they are used in hairsprays, nail polishes, and all kinds of solvents. I mentioned pH earlier. Well, pH just stands for potential hydrogen. And in order for something to even have a pH, it must contain water. Ions are atoms or molecules that carry an electrical charge. They can be separated into positive and negative through ionization. Positive ions are called cations, and negative ions are called anions. The more hydrogen something has, the more acidic it will be. And the more oxygen or hydroxide, the more alkaline something will be. The pH scale goes from 0 to 14, and 7 is about neutral. Our skin is actually slightly acidic, between 4.7 and 5.7. You guys, you'll really want to have a good understanding of the pH scale because this will be something that you use all the time in the beauty industry. Electricity is the movement of electrons from one atom to another along a conductor. A conductor is any material that conducts electricity. Most metals are good conductors, and especially copper is. A non-conductor or an insulator is a material that does not transmit electricity. Rubber, silk, wood, glass, and cement are all good insulators. No, not the band. We're talking about direct current and alternating current. Direct current is a constant, even flowing current that travels in one direction and only is produced by chemical means. Alternating current is rapid and interrupted, flowing first in one direction and then in the opposite direction. It's produced by mechanical means and changes direction 60 times per second. The flow of electricity is kind of like the flow of water. There can be variable pressures and strengths. So a volt measures pressure or force. Ampere measures strength. A milliampere is used to measure smaller electricity in facial and scalp treatments. Ohm measures resistance, and it's good to note that current will not flow through a conductor unless the force, or volt, is stronger than the resistance, the ohm. Watt measures how much electricity is being used in 1 second. A 40-watt light bulb uses 40 watts of energy per second. And finally, the kilowatt is how electricity is measured in our houses or apartments for our electricity bill. Fuses prevent excessive current from passing through a circuit. They're designed to blow out or melt when the wire becomes too hot. And a breaker shuts off electricity at the first indication of overload. And grounding is a safety feature that is a complete electrical circuit. And GFIs shut off when they sense water. To avoid salon fires, only use UL certified appliances, read all instructions carefully, disconnect appliances when not using, pull the plug, not the cord, inspect equipment regularly, and keep everything in good repair. Use only one plug per outlet and use power strips. Keep water and metal away from the electricity. Keep all cords untangled and off the floor. Do not leave client unattended when they have something electrical attached. Do not clean around areas when cords are plugged in. Do not place objects on cords, and only have a certified electrician repair things that need to be repaired. Guys, this is one of my very favorite things. I'm so excited to talk about it, and it is not scary at all. In facials, electrotherapy modalities can do some pretty amazing things. It is accomplished by using an electrode directly on the skin. Okay, think about earlier in this video when we were talking about chemistry. The positive end of an electrode is called the anode. Anna, a happy little girl. And Anna has a grumpy cat at the other end. That end of the electrode is called the cathode. A great example of this is galvanic. It has two electrodes, an anode and a cathode, with opposite effects depending on which one you use. So there will be one active electrode and one inactive electrode, and depending on which one you use will produce a different effect. Keep in mind that the inactive electrode will still be touching the client, as it will be grounding and completing the electrical circuit. Using the negative end of the electrode on the client's skin will actually infuse a positive reaction, and using the positive electrode will activate the negative. You're moving around hydrogen ions, which actually changes the pH of the skin. This whole process allows for product penetration, and it is called iontophoresis. And like we said, there are two different electrodes, so there's two different reactions. The negative cathode electrode produces anaphoresis, produces alkaline reaction, increases blood supply, softens tissues, stimulates the nerves, and it is for disincrustation of blackheads. On the flip side, you would use the positive anode electrode for cataphoresis. You always want to end with cataphoresis because that closes the pores, it decreases blood supply, it has an acidic reaction, soothes the nerves, and hardens and firms the tissues. Next, we have microcurrent, which uses an extremely low level of electricity that mirrors the body's natural electrical impulses. Microcurrent can do a lot of different things, but the main thing that I've seen a great result for is toning and firming the skin. And at-home devices such as NuFace allow clients to use this every day at home. High frequency uses glass electrodes with gas inside of them that use the electrical current to produce a heat. My favorite thing to use this for is an immediate germicidal and healing action, but it can also be used for scalp treatments and other variety of things. You guys, there are so many tools and equipment that can be used in the salon and the spa that are electrical. Each type of energy has its own wavelength, and the distance between successive peaks of electromagnetic waves is a waveform. Long wavelengths are less frequent, meaning they have low frequency and less energy. The visible spectrum of light are wavelengths that can be seen by our human eyes. Ultraviolet or UV and infrared light are not actually visible to us. 65% of natural sunlight is not even visible to us. UVA are the longest UV rays, and they are associated with aging because they penetrate deeper. UVB are associated with sunburns. UVC sometimes does get through, but typically it's blocked by the ozone layer. Infrared produce heat. They are longer and deeper, and they are used during hair conditioning treatments or to process color, or also used in spas and saunas for relaxation and warming up the muscles. They've been used to diminish the signs of aging, heal wounds, and increase circulation. Catalysts are substances that speed up chemical reactions. Some of them use heat as an energy source, and some of them use light. But whatever it is, catalysts absorb energy like a battery. And then they pass this energy to the initiator, to begin the reaction, and unlike other chemicals, catalysts will not get consumed in a chemical reaction. Okay, light therapy or phototherapy is the application of light rays to the skin for treatments, wrinkles, capillaries, pigmentation, or hair removal. LED or light emitting diode is a medical device used to reduce acne, increase blood circulation, and improve the collagen content in the skin, depending on which color is used. Each color goes to a different depth, and it seeks a color within the skin tissue known as a chromophore. Laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Most lasers are Class II medical devices and must have special training or work under a physician in order to use them. Specialized lasers can be used on all kinds of things. Many people also think of intense pulse light or IPL as laser, but it's not, it's different. It is still a medical device, but it uses multiple colors and wavelengths instead of focus light. Whew! And there you have it. 2 very intense chapters for cosmetologists in under 20 minutes. Yay! I don't want people just to have to get by and memorize things and then it's gone to the abyss after you take your test. I would love it if you would have a basic, real understanding that stays with you for a while. Maybe forever. Thanks for watching to the end. I hope this helps. If it does, please like and subscribe.